Hello everybody, this is Draco once again from the US2 server on Empire 4 Kingdoms, coming to you with another video. So today I am going to be going over Relic equipment and how to use it, as well as the best types of gems and such to use. So, first of all, Relic equipment cannot be paired with normal equipment such as the unique gear, legendary, epic, rare, etc. for gear, heroes, and gems. And they also have a different maximum for stats, such as range strength, melee strength, courtyard, troops on the wall / troops on the flank, and so on. Relic gear is also very interesting because you can increase the strength of the gems as well as the equipment using a building called the Relicus. It's an expensive method of powering up your thing because it takes a lot of coins. However, if you can get your gear up to plus 50 for all of the gems and the hero, that adds plus 5 to every single stat in there. So let's, for example, this Superior Fury, once I get it up to plus 50, it'll give an additional plus 3.5% to what it has now to all of these. So it will give plus 9.1% wall limit when defending against enemy castle lords, plus 16.7% ranged unit strength defending against castle lords, as well as 39.7% strength in the courtyard. And same thing for this, except it would be 4.5%, and so on. So first off, the biggest thing to remember for Relic equipment is that every stat is separate now. So on, let's say, the Winged Knight, this set, your troops on the wall max out at 60% from gems and everything, and then the hero bonus of 6%. So that's a max of 60%. The Relic equipment, the wall limit here, where it says 24.7% wall limit when defending, that maxes out at 30%, and then wall limit versus enemy castle lords is a max of 20%. So Relic Castellans can have a maximum of 50% more troops on the wall against enemy lords. For courtyard defending against enemy castle lords, I have yet to find the maximum for that. I have not gotten gems together that find me the maximum there yet. However, normal courtyard strength, the 72.8% strength in courtyard when defending, that caps at 80. The enemy lord, wall protection, melee, range, those stats, I don't know if there even is a max for those at this time. However, wall protection and gate protection both cap at 140%, and moat caps at, I believe, 90%. Melee caps at 120, range at 120. Where it says minus 26.3% resources looted, that has a maximum of 40%. And then another neat thing about Relic equipment for heroes is that this hero that I have equipped gives plus 876 base resource production bonus, which basically means 876 wood, 876 stone, 876 food per hour. And then it also gives me 62 more market barrows. And then this stat here is only relevant if, say, you have this type of Castellan on, let's say, a capital, a metropolis, or an outpost. Those are the only things that this stat here will benefit. So next I'm going to go over another good relic hero bonus of the base kingdom resource production bonus. So this thing increases like oil, olive oil, glass, coal, and iron ore production. For me, 506 per hour. So I have this put on the Storm Islands, and having that on Storm Islands, which is basically a useless castle if you're not doing anything really important, like pushing for cargo or tools or the Ivory Queen quests for looting Aqua from Fort. You put this type of Castellan up in Storm, and you just have a passive generation of all 4 kingdom resources every hour, which can add up and be very beneficial for your Hall of Legends. Now, another stat that I've got is the 186% recruitment time. That basically just makes troops recruit faster. Some other stats that can be on relic heroes are for Castellans are hospital space, increasing your space in the hospital, increasing the speed of your construction, the public order bonus, again recruitment time, and then research boost. There's the other one I was looking for. And those are some of the more common ones. I found that the market barrows and the resources, at least for me, have been some of the most common, as well as recruitment time. Now, I'll go over some of the different types of gems. So there are now 2 different types of gems. There are ones that benefit mostly if you're doing NPC targets, such as nomads, samurai, barramund, robber baron castles, and outer kingdom towers. And then there are castle lord relic gems, which benefit in PvP. So after I go over some gems some more, I will continue and I will show my relic commander. I showed my relic Castellan. Now next I will show my commander. So the relic you can forge relic gear every day in here, in this tab on the far right. You can either use coins or you can use rubies. Coins is the one I recommend if you choose to do this. And rubies you can use if you have a lot of extra rubies, and you would use this to forge higher quality equipment. Now, another really good tip for this box right here, it'll be there for every single different event. It'll do filling the war chest will be the first box under there. Then you'll basically just donate coins, and either for the glory events and the gallantry events, which are the ones I recommend you do this on most if you can, you just basically donate the coins, defeat X amount of foreign or blood crow castles or barramund towers, and gain X amount of glory or gallantry points, and then you get 3 pieces of relic equipment, either gems, heroes, or equipment. That is the biggest way you can gain relic gear without spending any money. Next up, I'm going to show my relic commanders. So, this is my top relic commander at this time. This commander has, again, the max of minus 140% generic wall protection, gate protection, and the army speed. I don't know the maximum there yet. I have yet to encounter that. I believe it is still 80. and I believe the late detection here is also still 90. However, this is a separate statistic from, say, if he was on a normal set, which is just later army detection. However, no equipment for Relic stuff will have late detection on it ever. So it's just the heroes that may have the late detection. So again, there's the melee unit strength bonus, range strength bonus when attacking enemy lords. Again, melee and range strength maxes out at 120 generic, and then you can have PvP and NPC bonuses. Also, courtyard still maxes at 80%. Flank unit limit is also still maxed at 30%, just like for Castellans, which is 30% troops on wall. And then the flank unit when attacking enemy lords, I am going to assume that is also still 20%, just like the PvP troops on the wall limit. However, I have yet to encounter that. And then the courtyard strength and courtyard and enemy castle lords, I have yet to encounter a maximum there. So I have two separate stats for enemy lord courtyard, if you notice. This one here, the 13.1, is from my hero. The 10% here is from gems. And in my opinion, this is just my opinion, I do not know if this is the best, but I find that the best stats, again, in my opinion, to have on a Relic commander, the hero, is these two for PvP. Boosting the strength of your horrors, such as the veteran melee, veteran range horrors, and the normal horrors, because that will vastly increase your army strength. And then +9 Imperial strength, Imperial bowmen, Imperial marksmen, Imperial knights, and Imperial guardsmen. That is honestly one of my favorite things to have on a commander. The other one would be, say, Berserker and Spearwomen, combat strength, and horrors. However, not everybody can use the Berserkers and Spearwomen, because you have to have top 100 to recruit Berserkers for glory titles, and then top 50 remorseless title to unlock the Spearwomen. So I would recommend, if you find anything with the range strength, or with the horror and Imperial strength bonus for enemy lords, that is a good set. So again, you can have there's 3 stats for the equipment, and then there's 3 for the gems. All equipment and gems will have 3 stats. Like 3 here, and then these 3. So my recommendation, if you're building a Relic commander, have two pieces of equipment with gems that give generic flank limit, such as this, but that have slightly higher, like, I believe I have one with a very high normal flank limit. Let me check. I may not. I do not believe I do, actually. Okay. But if you have, say, one that says 11 or 12% flank limit, that could be useful. Or you just have say, oops, 3 gems that give this. They give around 10. Or you have the 2 gems that give about 10. And then you buff them up with the Relicus, which will max you out at the 30% if they're each 10. And then 2 gems with courtyard strength, generic. If you can get gems like this, 45% courtyard strength, and then like 35, right there is your maximum for courtyard, 80%. And then the 2 gems with flank and courtyard generic, one should have, say, flank unit limit on enemy lords, and then the other should have courtyard and enemy lords. And then you should I suggest maybe getting gems like these. Courtyard strength and enemy lords, flank unit attacking enemy lords. Flank unit attacking enemy lords, etc. Or, if you have the gems for it, you do 2 gems exactly like this. The generic flank limit, courtyard strength and enemy lords, flank unit limit attacking enemy lords. You have 2 gems just like that. And then you have 1 gem with generic courtyard and generic flank and courtyard versus enemy lords, and then the other gem with courtyard versus enemy lords, courtyard, and flank versus enemy lords. Then you will have max courtyard, max generic flank limit, eventually maximum PvP versus enemy lords flank limit, and you will have a very solid courtyard versus enemy lords bonus. It's not super important to have gems that give melee or ranged unit strength when attacking enemy lords unless your commander is not a 120-120 like mine is not at the moment, because I have to find some better equipment, some actual equipment like these to put on it to give it maximum bonuses. For example, where is it? This also gives melee strength. Eventually, I may move gems and equipment around to increase strength. Like this is a good piece of equipment because it has a high melee strength right off the bat. And then more. So you can sell relic gear. They have a predetermined sell value based on how good the system assesses them to be, and you can sell them. And the reason you would sell them is because it takes 2,000 relic shards to remove a gem from a piece of relic equipment, and it takes relic shards to use the relicus and increase the strength of anything. The first increase on any gem or piece of equipment / hero will require coins, and then once you increase it with coins, then you can use rubies as like so. But again, if you don't have a lot of rubies but you have tons of extra coins, I would go the coin route. And apparently you can also sell stuff from that menu too. So, one final thing. I covered relic equipment. Let's see if I can not give a little bit of advice on the armory, which is something that I personally have never found to be useful. But if you have the extra construction and upgrade tokens from Outer Realms and the Kingdom League, because you do well or you have your greenhouses maxed and you have nothing else to use them on, you can get this, but it gets expensive to upgrade. It's about 250 upgrade tokens and 50 construction tokens to get it to level 2, which I personally do not find worth it. In Military Academy, I would just not recommend building it at all, because in my honest opinion, it's worthless, because it doesn't do anything worth having. You have to spend event currency to use it, and it doesn't give super great bonuses. So, just to wrap it up, I will check out the rest of my statistics on the commanders. The commander heroes can also give loot capacity, the heroes can give, like I showed, these. The heroes can sometimes have moat protection bonus, gate protection bonus, wall protection bonus, the strengthening outposts in capital/metropolises. Some of them will have early detection. If you have a hero with that's like this with the resource bonus, late detection, earlier detection, and courtyard, or in strength when defending the main castle. I believe I have a hero that does that. I am not certain. I guess I do not. But there are a few of them that I believe that have strength for units stationed in the main castle. And in my opinion, the top hero you could get is, say, one with earlier detection, base resource production bonus, kingdom resource production bonus, combat strength for units stationed in a castle, and maybe moat protection or gate protection against enemy lords. That would just, in my opinion, be the absolute top hero you could get for a Castellan for enemy lords. And there is a reason I did not particularly cover the NPC aspect of Relic stuff, and that's because, well, I don't really have much NPC Relic stuff because I sell it, because I have commanders myself that I can use for NPCs. So I don't need to have NPC Relic stuff because it's useless to me. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a comment and let me know what I should do for my next video, and I will see all you guys in the next video. Bye.